Now, before we get started, I want you all to complete this sentence for me, right? So I need you all to write this down, okay? Whether it be on the yellow sheet of paper that I give you, it can be anywhere, right? But this is you creating your objective for this particular class. Good? So take this down quickly. Objective for your piece for this particular class, okay? So, you're looking at the end of this session, my artwork should be something and something, and I want you all to put 2 adjectives. Is that clear? Right? So, I'm giving you 1 minute to get that done. Adjectives really quickly. Alright, so let's hear. You can volunteer, alright, or if you don't want to volunteer, I'll just call on people. So, what are your adjectives here? Let me hear from someone, yes?
Beautiful and creative.
Beautiful and creative, okay. Shabina?
Aesthetic and neat.
Nice. Anybody else? Ishan?
Creative and nice.
Okay, good. Alright, great. So we have some nice adjectives coming out, and this is your objective. So I want you all to keep in mind that when you start the design process and we start working on the clay work, this is how your artwork has to be at the end of this particular session. Everybody's okay with that? Good. So you all have your paper, you all have your clay, right? So what I want you all to do first, right, there's some terminologies that you all need to know. So the first one is slab, good? The second one is coil. Great? No, you don't have to write this, good? So I want you all to start taking out your clay, and I want you all to start doing a slab for me, okay? So you're doing a 4 inches by 4 inches slab work, okay? Right? So it's going to look basically like a square. Yeah? And remember that we're trying to do a tile, right? Or a ceramic tile. That is what we're working with. Good? Yeah? If your hands get a little dirty, okay? Now your theme is something along nature, right? So for people who do not have their materials today, remember you all will be doing the design process. Is that clear? So you need to draw your box 4 inches by 4 inches, and you need to start your design process. Is that clear? Great. And for those of you with the material, you have to try to make sure now that you create the slab in a particular way. Okay? Right. It's coming along for everyone. Yeah? Right. Yeah, that would work too. That's fine, right? You also have to go downstairs and wash your hands when you're finished, right? And as I explained, I do apologize for us not being able to use the art room. Good? So all you have to do is try to flatten. Yeah, just try to flatten that. something really good. So what she did is that she actually drew her box first, and then she's going to put her clay inside of that box and then make the slab, right? Which is, yeah, that's fine. No, that's okay. You can do it that way. We all have our different techniques. Kurt is doing the same thing too. Isaiah following suit. You all are getting through? Yeah? Yeah, just flatten it. Remember, it's a tile you're making, okay? So it has to look like a tile. That's okay if it's fixed onto the paper and it's not able to come on, right? That's okay. Make sure you flatten it first. Right? So you see I'm flattening it, right? Good. And you want to make sure I'm using rolling pin. Roll it out. Right? And you have to make sure that it has the particular size, right? Yeah? Yeah, that's okay? Right. See? So you have your slab. Cool? Good. Now you're supposed to have your slab in order. Yeah? So I'm seeing people have really nice slabs going on. So I'm going to ask you all a simple question. How difficult was it to create this slab? Raise hands. Right, so Amelia's saying it's not very difficult. Anybody found that it was difficult to create this slab? Kelly. Govinda. Right. So Kelly, what do you think your challenge was?
How wet the clay was.
The clay was too wet to create slab, so it was more, you would have more used that particular clay for something called the slip and score, right? Great. And for people who are using the clay though, how easy it is to make the slab? Right. So Aliyah is saying it's pretty easy. So I have some good examples in front here. Right? So check this. Yeah? Yeah, y'all see this? Yeah, good, good job. Adrian. Right? So Adrian is doing a good job too. So we see that we have future tilemen in the industry. Right? And even Kabeshwan are neat. Yeah? Great. So we are seeing that we're able to create a slab, okay? We'll get to Isaiah in a bit. So what do I need you all to do now? So you're going to take a pencil and onto that particular slab that you have, you're going to simply draw on a tree, okay? So I'm going to show you how you're doing it because we want the apple to look a particular way. So everybody's supposed to have their slab looking like this. Yeah? Looking something like this. So you're using your pencil and you're doing this. Right? branches. Right? Yes? Right. And once we're finished with that, you're using the coil technique. Okay? Coil technique. So let's say this is my clay. The coil technique is simply, you remember when you were children and you went to preschool, yeah? And you would do this to make the snake, right? And people always making snake and coming out. This is the coil method, okay? So you could roll this to whatever length, whatever size you want to create the structure of the tree. Good? Great. So I need you all to try to get that done for me now. Right? But make sure and draw your stuff on your slab first. It doesn't have to be deep. Sorry. Using to draw it. Good. So you create your coil. You ready? You create your coil, right? And you know that here you want to score. Okay. So you score it like this, and you score the side here. Cool. Right. And you add on your slip. So your slip would be a watery base that you add here, and then you apply this way. You cut, right? Cut this off, and you ensure that you use not this tool, but there's another tool for it that I'm not seeing here.
Isaiah using it.
Isaiah using it. Okay, thank you. Right? So you use this, and you make sure and you
Get the edges.
yeah, get the edges down so that it merges into the piece itself. Cool? You see? And it looks cool, right? Yeah?
I'm manageable.
Cool enough. While you all are doing that and finishing up the coil aspect, alright, I'm just going to write down two things on the board, right? So while you are creating your coil, you can go along to read what I'm writing. Is that clear? Yes. Probably 10 minutes again remaining for the class session, right? So we want to try to move along. Good. So I'm seeing people coil coming along. Now remember, we're working on a small surface so that we could achieve what we want to achieve within the class session. Is that clear? So in moving forward, I'm seeing people have their nice coil on their slab. We are going to go into textures, right? So there are two different types of textures. We have tactile, which is the way that a surface feels. So right now you are touching the clay. How does the clay feel? Some rough, smooth. Kelly, how is the clay feeling? Sticky, right? And what about the clay though? That should be something firmer to work with. How is it? Smooth? Smooth, right? And then we have visual texture, and that is the way a surface appears to feel, right? So right now, what you're going to do is that you're going to use the materials you have around you. So I know that you have pencils, you have pen, you have rulers, right? You even have some people have carving tools. And you're going to apply texture to your piece of art, right? So whatever textures you think are applicable to your art. Good? So I'm giving you, let's say, 5 minutes to get that done. Right? That should take 5 minutes because you will have the basic idea, the knowledge, the concept of texture because we did that in the elements of art. Good? I'm passing around. Because of the color. Sorry. Is everybody getting through? I'm going to ask a simple question. Good? And the question is, between the slab technique and the coil technique, which one do you all think is easier? Why the coil technique? Oh, it gives you the shape that you want. Not because you all had probably previous experience as a child growing up actually doing coil and not knowing that you were doing coil? That you all could relate to it now? Easier than the slab? Yeah? So then you would say that your pre-knowledge on coil work actually works to your advantage?
Yes. Yes.
Great. So we are almost over and seeing that people have achieved the particular objectives that I set out. But look back at your objective for this session and I want you all to tell me, do you all think that you achieved your objective for the session using the adjectives? Yes. Let me see by show of hands how many people say yes. Alright, hands down, and let me see how many people did not achieve the objective. Okay, why? Let me hear. It was harder than? Alright, so Priya is saying it's harder than she expected.
The material I previously used was not suitable for the plate.
Right, so the material wasn't suitable. So at the end of this session, alright, for our next session, what you all need to do for me is that you all need to reflect on this session. Is that clear? Right, and you are reflecting based on what you did in the class, how easy this was, how difficult it was, right? And from there we'll move on in our next session. Is that clear? So make sure to do your reflections in your art journal because I'll be asking you to start our next session with your reflection.